Let's talk about a really cool Lincoln Wheat cent. Now, I know I have a bunch of videos about Lincoln Wheat cents, but why wouldn't I? They're super awesome to collect, and pennies are one of the easiest coins to get into when it comes to collecting. So let's talk about the 1922 Lincoln cent. We're going to talk about its value, the different varieties, and why it's so collectible. The reason why this is a fascinating piece of not only numismatic history and coin collecting in general, but of the Lincoln Wheat cent series, is that it's known for its unique varieties and the significance of it historically. So, what is the 1922 Lincoln cent? The 22 Lincoln cent is also known as the 1922 wheat penny, so you can kind of refer to it as either one. These were struck out of the Denver Mint, but what makes it a little more interesting is because it's one of the few US coins that does not have a traditional pattern of including a mint mark. The coin features the, of course, iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the two wheat stalk design on the reverse. It's also known for its varieties, which include a 1922D, a 1922 no D strong reverse, and a 22 weak D. These varieties make the 1922 cent a really good collectible and something that's always been kind of sought after. So why is it so unique? It stands out due to a few different features. First, it's the only year in the Lincoln cent series produced exclusively out of the Denver Mint, so this has never happened before up until that point. The 1922D version is the most common, but what fascinates people and wants to draw collectors to it is that there is a 1922 no D strong reverse and weak D variety. These can be worth really good money. The 1922 no D strong reverse variety is particularly valuable because it lacks the D mint mark, but has a strong reverse strike. So this rarity and the context of the minting error contributes to that coin's desirability amongst collectors. So what do you need to know to identify authentic 22 Lincoln cents? It's really not too hard. When you look at the obverse for Abraham Lincoln's profile on the year 1922, the reverse should display two wheat stalks, and you should also pay attention to the area where the mint mark would typically appear. For the 1922 no D strong reverse variety, the coin would lack the D mint mark and have a really clear, defined reverse design of the wheat stalks. Now on the converse of that, the weak D variety will have a really faint or partial struck mint mark. Now if you want to be 100% sure, you can send the coin into a grading service like NGC or PCGS. Other key features on the 22 Lincoln cent can be something to look for as well, and something that aids to the collectability of the coin, and there's several of them. The grade and overall condition of a coin is of course going to aid to the value. The higher the grade, meaning the higher grade example, the more premium the coin is going to have. So let's get to it with how much is the 1922 Lincoln cent possibly worth? Now the value of this is going to be dependent upon a few factors, as you've seen in many of my videos, starting off with one, condition. Condition is 9/10 of the law. When it comes to business, it's location. When it comes to collectibles, it's generally condition. There's also rarity, and then which variety of the 22 cent do you have? Ones that are circulated examples will usually only have a modest premium over the face value, whereas high-grade specimens can sell for thousands. Due to the rarity, the no D strong reverse is going to be the most valuable, and I will put a link in the description box so you can see up-to-date pricing depending on when you see this video. So if you watch it like 16 years after it's made, the link should take you to a website that's going to have an updated price. Now, if you've come across a 1922 Lincoln cent, how do you get it graded? Grading a 1922 Lincoln cent involves really just assessing the condition and the overall state of the coin. They are typically graded on what's called the Sheldon scale, which range from a poor or P1 to perfect mint state, which is MS70. Key factors to consider would include luster, sharpness of the details, and any signs of wear or damage to the specimen. There's many services out there like NGC or PCGS, and these go through a multi-phase grading process to really authenticate different coins that go to them. There's a lot of historical significance to the 1922 Lincoln cent as well, but this isn't really taken into factor when grading the coin per se, but it does hold a special place in American history. This represents a time when the Denver Mint was the sole producer of Lincoln cents. This coin reflects the minting practices and resources that were constrained in the early 20th century that ended up producing these weird varieties. This was also a coin that was issued during an economic adjustment due to World War I, which the US would be involved in. Its history and unique minting would make it really popular even shortly after its release, but mainly through all these last years, over 100 years, that this coin has been in existence. Now, when you go to collect 1922 cents, of course, if you come across one organically, that's wonderful. I would hold on to it. When investing and going to purchase one, if you're able to, I would purchase a higher graded specimen since it's already graded, it's usually encapsulated, of course, and it'll retain its value over time and only gain value. You can buy 1922 Lincoln cents from a lot of different places. There's people that are online, in various online marketplaces. You can go to coin shows where you're going to get charged most likely the most, or you might find a private collector over a Facebook group, social media group, or online that might be able to get you a pretty fair pricing. Again, I would follow my links as well as pick up the most recent copy of the Blue Book or Red Book for coins, which should give you pretty accurate pricing for your 1922 Lincoln cent. When you do have one of these coins, it's important that you have proper care and store the coin properly, but this goes for any coins. So the 1922 Lincoln cent has multiple varieties that you can look for. The No D is going to be probably the most valuable, of course, depending on its condition, and it's an absolutely wonderful coin and obviously a must to complete any Lincoln cent collection. So 1922 Lincoln cents are absolutely wonderful and an awesome piece of history to get a hold of. Let me know what you think about them in the comments or what you like to collect. I'll see you there, and I'll see you in the next video.